Hello, pre-algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here with another flipped lesson. And today we're going to be talking about multiplying integers. One thing I need you to realize, I know a lot of you get so confused with a negative times a negative is a positive and all those rules, and you get them screwed up and you start thinking about addition. We're not just focusing on how to do it. We're going to try to understand why. And hopefully if you understand why, the how will become easy. So before we start to try to figure out, is a negative times a negative a positive, let's talk about something here. Let's look at this problem. 2 times 3. This one here, getting clicks all over the place. What does it mean? Now, a lot of you say, well, it means to multiply 2 and 3. That's not what I asked. See, when you're looking at a multiplication problem, you should think of the word group. Multiplication is all about grouping. This problem right here, and you'll have to pardon my writing. I'm writing with the mouse, so it may not be the smoothest writing you've ever seen. But this means 2 groups of 3. That's what it means, 2 groups of 3. Now, I know you all know that 2 times 3 is 6. Well, if you think about it, if we have 2 groups of 3, let's say, what do we want here? Maybe stars. If I have 1, 2, 3, there's one group. And then 1, 2, 3, I have 2 groups of 3 stars, and therefore I have 6. Now, I know you all know that 2 times 3 is 6 already, but what you got to understand is that it means 2 groups of 3. And if we can remember that, that's going to help us do some of the harder problems like negative 2 times 3 or things like that you get screwed up on. Now, to help us do these problems, we are going to use a little boy named Bobby. Oops. And Bobby is just learning to walk. We say, Bobby, where are you? There he is. There's actually 4 Bobbies. There's a black Bobby, a blue Bobby, a green Bobby, and a red Bobby. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this black Bobby here, and we're going to put him at 0. Okay, he's resting right on 0. And he's just learning to walk. And if you've ever seen a toddler or a baby learning to walk, they take steps in groups. They might take 2 or 3 and then fall down. And then they get up and they take a couple more and fall down. Well, Bobby is going to take 2 groups of 3 steps. Oops, not sure what just happened there, but that's okay. So he's going to take 2 groups of 3 steps. Why? This is the black problem. 2 groups of 3. So let's make Bobby walk. Let's go 1, 2, 3. That was one group of 3. And then he's going to do another group of 3. 1, 2, 3. And look where Bobby ends up. He ends up on the 6. Coincidence? I think not. Because we all know that 2 times 3 is 6. Does that look like a 6? Maybe that's a little bit better. All right. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now, let's take this blue problem, 2 times negative 3. We're going to put Bobby at the middle, and he's going to do 2 moves of negative 3. Well, that would mean he's going to walk backwards. Yeah, Bobby's a pretty advanced kid. For only learning how to walk, he's going to move backwards. Okay, so Bobby's going to walk backwards. Why? Because the 3 is negative. The negative can indicate direction. So he's going to do 2 moves of 3 walking backwards, or 2 moves of negative 3. So let's move Bobby back. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 more. And look at that, Bobby's at negative 6. So 2 times negative 3 must equal, dun, 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 negative 6. All right, let's take a look at this example here. Notice Bobby's facing the other way. Why do you suppose he's facing the other way? Do you think? Could have something to do with this negative? Yeah, it does. This negative, the 2 groups, he's turned around. Now he's still going to do 3 movements forward, but He's facing the other direction. So I'm going to make him move forward 3 times, twice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And look at that answer. Ends up being -6 as well. Now, if you think about it this way, the first number tells you which direction to face. Remember, these are where the positives are in a number line. These are where the negatives are. So in the first 2 cases, this 2 was positive, and that 2 was positive. And Bobby in the blue one I said, was facing to the positive side. In the black one, he's facing the positive side, right? But on the green one, he's facing the negative direction. Yeah, he's facing the negative direction. So, this red one over here, Bobby needs to face the negative direction because the 2 is negative. So we make him face the negative direction. And then the second number here, this tells us if he moves forwards or backwards, right? The positive 3 that we saw here, that was the black one. Bobby moved forward, remember? He was here and he went 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. All right, but in this blue one, it was a negative. Yeah, I want the blue one. So he's facing forward because the 2 is positive, and he's moving backward because the 3 is negative. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So let's see here. Now we're on this red one, and in the red one, Bobby is facing the negatives. See that? He's facing the negatives. Hello, negative. And he's going to move backwards because the 3 right here is negative. So Bobby goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And look at that. We end up at a +6. Were you ever wondering why a -2 times or negative times a negative is a positive? There's one good illustration of why it would end up being a positive. You're facing the other way and you're moving backwards, so you end up in the positive direction. All right, now that's a good model there. I'd like you to try it on your own with these problems here. I want you to do 3 times -1. That'll be problem A. And then problem B will be -4 times -2. And hold on a second. If you want, on paper, you can draw the number line, put down the 2 problems, put your Bobbies in. You can call them anything you want, of course. School appropriate, that is. And see if you can come up with the right answer for 3 times -1. I'm going to use my black Bobby to do it. And then -4 times -2, my red Bobby. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can do those 2 problems. And we'll get some practice with this in class tomorrow. Okay, if you're still watching, I suppose you want to see my solution. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's see, this first number here is positive, right? There's a +3. So I need Bobby facing the positive numbers, and I do recall that the positives are over here. My negatives over here. So I look at Bobby, he's facing the right way. So I'm going to move him to 0, my starting place. And my second number is -1. So Bobby's going to be walking backwards. I'm going to have Bobby do 3 moves of -1. So he's going to walk backward once, twice, and there's a third move. And where do I end up? On -3. So I know that 3 times -1 equals -3. All right, on the red one. Uh-oh, danger, Bobby, danger. Bobby's facing the wrong way. My 4 is negative. I need Bobby facing the negative direction. So I shall flip him Presto. And then the 2 is negative, so Bobby's going to walk backwards. So I'm going to put him on 0, and he's going to do 4 moves of -2. That is, he's going to do 4 moves walking backwards twice each time. 1, 2. There's 1 move. 1, 2. There's 2 moves. 1, 2. There's 3 moves. 1, 2. There's 4 moves. And look at that. Bobby ends up at +8. All right. Good night, everybody. Mr. Lawrence signing off. I hope this made sense. Feel free to watch it again. We'll get some practice in class tomorrow. That's it.